Well, this is the viewpoint from up the top. The tuk-tuk's just down there.
Vale la pena, estuve por el otro. Ajá.
Depende de usted.
This is really a moment I wish I could go back to, and you'll soon see why. I'm starting the day beachside in Chala, a small coastal city in Peru, on our short deadline we have to get to Lima, the capital city, to begin the months of modifications on the tuk-tuk. Peru marks our 6th country on our way to Alaska, and if we've got any chance of surviving the more than 40,000 kilometers we have remaining, we're gonna need some upgrades.
In the flats, long straights, they're just overtaking me.
So that's the mission. A full, problem-free day of driving means we should get to the mechanics in the next episode. But as you know, very little goes to plan on the 3-wheel dream.
There's little Miss Pat's having the best time. This morning woke up, went to the gym, got a sweat up, and we're back again. So just a little bit of salt water because we've still got the apartment we can shower off, and then we're gonna get back out on the road. The plan for the day actually is to go to an Inca settlement, which is like an ancient ruins. We're going to a little town called Nazca, and apparently that's where the spot is. So we'll see how it goes, but for now, we're just gonna get our swim trunks out and get in the water.
It's crazy to watch back the footage of this beautiful being. So fixated on me and what I'm doing. Thanks, gorgeous, for being the best companion I could ever ask for.
What a way to start the day, hey? As you can see, there's literally nobody on the beach, let alone in the water. The locals looking at me like, what's this gringo doing?
I found out later that Nazca is actually the police, and that officer in the back was stunning.
How well did that get captured on film? The security is looking at me like, what is this dude doing? Alright, now we're getting on the road. Such gorgeous ocean on one side, and then a rubbish pit on the other. What a shame. Tuk-tuks, baby. We're back at my favorite bakery in all of Peru so far. We've got the tuk-tuk parked up. We've got the goods, and my man over here is just helping out with finding this tres lugares de Inca para ver hoy. Qué bien, qué bien.
This is beautiful, dude. Beautiful.
Awesome. So this is pretty romantic, Miss Pat. You got the tuk-tuk, you got the ocean behind. Hey, you're just happy to be outside. Once again, this is our bakery raid, starting off with just like a curried style. Oh yeah. This is a hot dog. It's better than it looks. First English-speaking Peruvian that I met. Like, it was really trying. It was nice. It was really like cool to interact with him. Last but not least, the chicken. 9 out of 10. Golly goodness, it's good. Holy heck. You know, one bite, but this is bigger than my head. Caramel condensed milk between layers of just sweet pastry bread. Icing sugar on top. Damn it. Big head patty.
It's the silence of the room, the way you turn before you bloom. Another shadow for the blind. I think I'm gonna lose my mind. Although I'm running up a hill, I feel I'm always standing still. Can't remember where I've been. I don't know where I should begin.
Right then, gorgeous view. The drone was really showing it off along the ocean there. But yeah, you can see the trucks just were passing along, and in the hills I beat them, right? But in the flats, long straights, they're just overtaking me. And I'm very grateful now that I'm so close to Lima, and that when we get there, get the modifications done, and we're never gonna have to deal with that issue again. So we're gonna have a new top speed, new amount of safety in the vehicle. I'm really looking forward to it because this is just crap. They're happy though. That was a happy honk. I'm talking to mechanics already, saying about how I want to do it and that I want to get the process kind of underway more or less as soon as I get there. And I'm getting more pushback from various mechanics saying, oh, it's not possible, it's dangerous. I know we'll find a way, ladies and gentlemen. Holy heck. We got a truck coming, that's why we got to stop. But how recent is this? Golly goodness. I think it's still smoking. I really hope everyone's okay. Passing that, you could still smell the stench of recently burnt, like, metal toxic fumes. I was just in awe, like in shock, just truly hope everyone's cool. 560 kilometers to Lima. 560 kilometers more of highway driving. Rightio then, a quick stop off in the shade, and there is no shade in these barren landscapes apart from when there's a museum entrance with a big old whale on top of it. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. We're not gonna go, I don't reckon the museum's even open anymore, but it's just apparently a 3-minute drive according to this balsa wood sign. That's the day. Barren landscapes. Paddy not enjoying it, the fact that these truckers are creating like a weird wind tunnel when they pass us, shaking the whole tuk-tuk.
Righto lads, here's some legends on the road. We're with Bags and Bob. Tell us a bit about yourselves and what you've been doing, because it's really impressive to me.
Well, we bought a couple of bikes in Colombia about 2 or 3 months ago, and we've been down to Ushuaia, and we're on our way back now to sell them.
Look at that, impressive stuff. That's what keeps a couple strong, right?
Yeah.
20,000 kilometres in.
20,000. Patty's just getting to know him, she's behaving. Yeah, the wind's picking up, so we'll head off. Yeah.
See you later, lovey. See ya.
I'll take a couple photos of your bikes before you guys leave. That's awesome. Couple reliable Hondas. Oh, hell yeah, that's epic. Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. I'd give you a sticker, but they're all in Brazil. Sorry about that.
So whereabouts in Australia are you from?
From Brisbane. Yeah, my family, I haven't seen my parents in a couple of years, and they're coming to Lima now.
Oh, wow.
So because I'm going to do the modifications there, I'm going to be there quite a while, and they've booked tickets. So when I had the border issues, where they weren't letting me in, they had already booked their flights, and I'll try to include a photo of it, but I had on my old tuk-tuk a whole bunch of other travelers, and they're all being left in Brazil. So you're the first of the new tuk-tuk. Thanks for that, guys.
Watch these Peruvian drivers.
Oh, they're pretty no, they're some madness.
That was nice. Just always good to meet some fellow travelers, and what a mindset, right? So, and speak a bit of English, let the tuk-tuk cool down. Paddy had to run around too. That's what I want to do when I'm maybe that age, you know, like with my partner. We'll see what happens.
Break. Rightio then. We've got a bit of a situation on our hands, so I'm just completely feeling the effects of just a big day of driving. I'm quite tired. We've got Paddy here. We've stopped off at a restaurant. It's now like 4:45 in the afternoon, and I'll show you the weather. There looks to be a storm coming. We're at least gonna sit down because I haven't had lunch. I think this lack of food, we really just hooked into some pastries for a breakfast. Ah, qué rico, gracias. Riquísimo, gracias. Gracias. Buenas recomendaciones, gracias. So that's what we're hooking into. I don't know what this is. It's a gauntlet of something. Damn, that's so refreshing. I needed that, and I didn't realize I did. Wow. It's like some probiotic drink almost. That's what it tastes like. I know it's not, it's Peru, but. And the older couple that I met on the road not too long ago, they were telling me they were staying in this town. And I was saying I'm gonna drive further like I've got half a day left, but that's not the case. There's another street dog trying to say, hey, no, fuera. Vaya. Hey, no, quiero jugar. No, hey, vaya. Pati, leave. No, I want to eat. Otherwise, you're going back in the tuk-tuk if you're going to play. No. Delicious soup, a little bit of meat, pasta. This is just the chicken, rice, perfect. Cook into this and then I'll figure out what I'm doing. We kind of do have to drive another 2 hours to be en route to get to Lima tomorrow. So yeah, I want to maybe drive out of the storm and wild camp. That's the plan. We made it. We're getting a bit of a sunset starting off in the distance. It's a lot cooler though. And I'm feeling like a new person with that food in my stomach. So I guess, thanks to the weather as well, it's supposed to be like $2 entry, but there's nobody here to take your money. So that's fantastic. I want to have a bit of info, but I don't know how well you can see this like cat figurine on the side of the mountain. I think that's part of it. Look at it this way, that's how we're looking at the mountain. It's a legitimate cat. There's apparently about 62 straight lines that kind of cross-sect and were made thousands of years ago. Like clear as day, you can see this cat formation. No, come. We're gonna go up now. Nobody's here, so we're just going up. It's just pretty much, other than that motorcycle, that's all to ourselves here. Well, this is the viewpoint from up the top. The tuk-tuk's just down there. And I can see these lines that they're talking about. Wild. I want you to tell me what you think, because this is crazy. One huge line there, goes on for ages. Cross-secting lines.
The Nazca lines are clearly sensational, although a very mysterious creation which still to this day leaves scientists questioning their existence and use when made over 2,000 years ago. The three strongest theories are that they represent the astronomical calendar, water and fertility rituals, or could be used for sacred pilgrimage offerings. They stretch across the desert floor for hundreds of kilometers and include shapes like hummingbirds, monkeys, spiders, and of course this cat.
So it wasn't what I was expecting, it never is, hey? But we made it. We do have to get on further down the road. Look at all these trucks, man, that we got zooming past us. What a shame. Although nearly there, ladies and gentlemen, we are nearly in Lima, the capital for Peru, but also the capital of tuk-tuk modifications here in South America. Gonna be nice to rest. You've probably seen, right? I've been pushing myself to just be really filming every day so that when I get to Lima, the couple weeks and couple months maybe that we're there, even until my parents come, I've got some stuff to edit, you know, so I'm still putting out videos. You'll quickly realize that it's not in real time right now. What you're seeing now would have been edited from Lima, Peru, so we probably would have made it, fingers crossed, drama-free. But that's not how it ever is on a three-wheel dream, unfortunately. There's always a sprinkle of problems, but always a vast solution available for us. Where are you guys from? Denmark. No, Australia. There's a tour bus of some gringos behind us. So we've just seen a big tower. We'll go check it out from a bit higher up. Es 6 para 6. Okay. Vale la pena. Estuve por el otro. Vale la pena 6. Ajá. Depende de usted. Gracias, señor. We just saw it for another angle. Now it's like a couple bucks, but nah, it's not gonna be worth it. Like it's not too much higher than that mountain we just walked up, which is sitting right there, so.
Now, while researching this place during the editing is when I realized I made a huge mistake. The plane flight I watched showed off two drawings visible from this tower I now stood at, and would have given a different view of the lines which I would have loved to see. If only I stopped here for a moment to fly the drone, I would have seen these shapes from the sky. But with the sunset imminent, I rushed off to begin the hour-plus driving we still had to do.
Vamos, making the most of the day. Far out, man. There's a lot of on the road right now. This is the day, huh? Gracias. No quieres cambio. El 20 es para ti. Gracias. Yeah, Latin eggs are too big for the egg containers that Latin America even sells, but in Peru at least, Coke tastes like real Coke. I don't know what they're doing in Bolivia, but they're able to sell it for 50 cents for a full bottle, so. Well then, a very welcome sight. Another tuk-tuk on a highway. At least that means the locals in this area are aware of the shenanigans that we're pulling. Because I understand that I am part of the problem to crazy, hectic highway conditions. It is partly my fault. Nice.
tuk-tuk town. That way, if we broke down right about here, we'd be a-okay. For the first time in a long time in countries that have regular towns on our way that have tuk-tuks readily in stock, so they've got mechanics that know how to work on them. So when these guys get modifications done on their vehicle as well, it's all aesthetic, like there's no performance aspect to it. It's just like more fairings and Batman stickers, to be honest. And that's truly how local Peruvians are living as well. In these mud houses, still on the side of hills. Some are brick, some are concrete over, some aren't though. Some are just mud. Truly living locally right now. Driving a local's vehicle through the local's part of town. Right, and that was Palpa, where I originally said I would stop, but now we're continuing on. From here, I'm gonna try to find a wild camp while trying not to drive off a cliff. So we're gonna find something hopefully before the sundown. Fingers crossed. My guy, you're a because you're overtaking me on a blind corner. Where are you gonna go? I'm only mad because that doesn't bother me. He's trying to park. It bothers me. He put me in a ditch trying to do it. I've just been bumping about. Bumper to bumper to bump. Now go, buddy. Gracias. Por nada.
At least we got the upper hand on these trucks. Nobody's going to be passing us with the speed of Tory. Just the cars we have to worry about. And through the cloud cover, a glimpse of such a sunrise. That's orange. That's orange. Whoa! You beauty!
Rightio, ladies and gentlemen, that looks as good as gold for a campsite for tonight. Let me just get behind this wall.
So while we've got the coast completely clear of trucks on the highway, I thought about camping behind these cement walls. We've got the tuk-tuk here, and I've sussed out further down the property. This is, I guess, is someone's property under construction. The highway is just there, so I don't want to have the flashlight out too much because you can see us from a mile away with the flat plains that we're on and the trucks passing. So we're gonna go deep in the property. It goes way back. I've checked the sand, it's all drivable. We're just gonna pull up now, get away from the highway, have a good night's sleep in the tent, pass the night, and then at 5 AM, just when the sun's cracking up, we've got to get off so that we don't get seen. There are all the trucks that are coming past right now. There's a lot, so I'm glad we're not too close to the highway. I'm glad we're not currently on the highway. So we're gonna make this quick. Because it's inevitable, they're going to be seen with, well, I got to close out the video. So we've got the tent set up, Miss Pat's just checking it out. That is the day. It was a huge day, gonna call it there. Cheers for joining us on another episode. What a day, what a day.
Join us on the Three-Wheel Dream next Sunday, where we come across the most police checkpoints we've ever seen on our 9+ hours of highway driving to finally arrive to Lima, the capital city of Peru.